What if I tell you that you can print the same 3D model with the same printer without any mods, with the same amount of filament, 33% faster? But how it's even possible? Yes, it is possible, yet you need to change some of the settings when you're planning your print. I mean, in Slicer. Probably you're thinking, probably he used variable layer height. Well, yeah, no, because we need to change some other settings. And to visualize how it's different, I used the two printers from Prusa. We have Core 1 and MK4S, which are a little bit different, right? It's Bedslinger and Core XY. But I did some trick on it. I will show you here. So here we have two printers, Core 1 and MK46. Usually Core 1 is faster because it's differently built. Accelerations are pretty higher. So if we're gonna go to printer settings and we're gonna go to the machine limits, we're gonna see that the Core 1 is much faster. So we're gonna just adjust the speeds to match the printers. Basically, it's just the acceleration. So we're gonna set the acceleration to be exactly the same or not higher than MK4S. And then suddenly the print time should be roughly the same. And we are talking about layer height of 0.15 millimeters. And we have exactly the same amount of filament, 21.63 grams. And the normal mode of printing is 1 hour and 10 minutes, and here we have 1 hour and 12 minutes, probably depending on preparation for the print. But we have almost the same time. Now, how to achieve faster printing on this layer height? If you think we're gonna use the variable layer height, no, it's not gonna work. If you're gonna see here, we're gonna take all those models and do the adaptive to speed and see how it's changing the printing time, because as you can see, it's changing roughly few layers. And if you're gonna see how it looks after printing, it's not gonna look very pleasant. It's just 1 hour in 8 minutes, so which is just like 4 minutes faster, and the print will look not very good. So we will drop this idea and reset the variable layer height, and we're gonna do something different. Let's go to the print settings, and we're gonna start with the speed, because we want to do the same speeds on the same on the different printers. So it is important to lower the max speeds to match the slower printer. So we're gonna get perimeters at 200, infill at 200, solid infill 200, and then the rest looks the same. We're gonna leave it as it is, and we have also acceleration control, which is slightly faster, and we're gonna just leave it because the time is almost the same. We're gonna change some different settings. So basically we're gonna go to the advanced tab in print settings, and we're gonna change the extrusion width, but not any width, just the perimeters, external perimeters, and solid infill. I'm gonna tell you why in 1 second. We're gonna switch to from 0.45, which is like roughly a little bit more than the nozzle hole, and we're gonna set it to 0.8, which is exactly 200% of the extrusion hole from the nozzle. And then we're gonna solid infill change to 0.8, and then we're gonna change parameters to just 1. Why just 1? Yeah, it's not gonna affect your like strength. Well, yes and no, because two small walls are not particularly stronger than one wider wall. Because many YouTubers or many enthusiasts of 3D printing tested this before, and we are all in agreeing that wider width is stronger than thinner. Also, the higher layer height is stronger than smaller. So it's not gonna be weaker. I think it's going to be even more stronger. Okay, but we're going to change even more settings. We're going to go to the infill tab, and we're going to search for automatic infill combination, and then we're going to switch it to 200%. What's going to happen here is that the layers of the infill will be much taller than the outside walls. Then we're going to save a lot of time, because the extruder will do just one run per 2 layers of outside layers. The walls. Take a look at the plater. we still have the same STL model, we have the still same speeds, and now we have 48 minutes, and on Core 1 we have 1 hour and 11 minutes, which is much faster, and we're gonna send it to the printer to test it in real life. But now we're gonna see the height of the layers in millimeters, and then you're gonna see that, yeah, now we see it, yeah. So everything in blue is 0.15 millimeters, so it's like default height of the extrusion right now. And then we have the yellow one, which is 0.27 or 0.3, which is like the double of the layer height. And then we have this red thing, it's 0.4. It doesn't really matter because it's just like some bridges for proper printing later on. Proper printing. So now we can see that also the solid infill, which is like those layers on the top of the bridges, are much thicker. I mean, extrusion width, it's much thicker. It means that even if we're gonna like start printing the first layer, which is of course the width is, we can change the visualize to see the width of it. We have here between 53 and 0.37, so it's going to be probably 0.42 as we had, or 0.45 as we had in settings before. And suddenly this is the green one, which is 0.85 or 0.8. And this is good because the extruder will do much less runs to fill up this layer, which means that if it's 0.8 instead of 0.42, it's going to do twice as fast. And then we're going to get top layer will be 0.42 or 0.45, which is okay. And then everything that we don't see is going to be thicker. And I think, in my personal opinion, it will be much stronger because I did do this test before myself. So I'm going to show you the prints because here we have, of course, we used Spectrum Filaments, right? Here we have the PLA, and the other one is also PLA, but it's silk, copper, spicy copper. And you can see these items looks basically exactly the same. So the time difference is so huge. I'm gonna remove it. The first layer looks awesome. Walls looks pretty decent for me. This is basically the upgrade kit for Core 1 Plus. So it's gonna change how the filament sensor works for TPU as well. And to compare it, here we have some small defect on the Core 1. Probably didn't clean the bed too well. Don't tell anyone. Okay. So all the parts looks pretty good in my opinion. And just to be sure, because you saw the video that it was printing much faster and the speeds were exactly the same. So here we can just see in real life that extrusion width, it's much more important than speed itself. So don't worry if you have like older printer, just change extrusion width, it's gonna work, believe me. Now I'm gonna bring the weight, the scale, so we're gonna see if it's exactly the same amount of filament. Okay, I have a scale, so let's see what is the difference. Let's start with the faster models. I'm gonna put everything on a scale, and we have 19.81. And putting those, we have 21.26, which means that it's basically just 2 gram difference. You can tell it's like 10% lighter. Is it a lot? I don't know, but I don't believe it's gonna be such a difference on a bigger model. Of course, this settings depends also on the model you're gonna print, because the bigger the model, the more time you're gonna save. Believe me that. If you're gonna print something that takes 10 hours, you're gonna save 30%, so it's gonna be just 6 hours, which is pretty good. And also if you're gonna print, for example, base mode or something that doesn't have too much infill, you don't gonna save too much time. So I hope this setup will help you to print faster and stronger. And if you have more tips about speed printing or just printing faster, don't hesitate to put comments down below. And if you of course want to buy those filaments, spicy copper, PLA silk, or this one, it's a matte PLA, you can buy those by clicking the links in the description down below. I hope this video is useful for you and maybe you're gonna use those settings on your printer. Stay tuned for next episodes and don't forget to subscribe our channel. Thank you for your attention and I wish you a great day. Bye.